let's practice adding and subtracting integers. So we can add and subtract integers using tiles or using number lines. Let's start with our first question of positive 4 plus negative 5. So if we wanted to do this with tiles, first thing we would have to do is we could represent 4 positive tiles. So I'm going to represent my 4 positive tiles. I'm going to use the white to represent, or black to represent my positive, and then I'm going to use red to represent my 5 negative tiles. So I'm going to represent them one on top of the other, and then I'm going to ask myself, are there any zero pairs? Remember, a zero pair is a positive and negative tile. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 zero pairs. I'm going to circle them and remove them, and my answer is going to be what's left. So that is going to equal a -1 because I have 1 red tile left over. Now, I can represent that also on a number line. So if I have this number line down here, my first thing I do is I start at 0, and I'm going to represent my first number of positive 4. So I start at 0 and I jump 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to change my color to red, and I'm going to start at that positive 4 and I'm going to add 5 negatives. So I'm going to go the other direction. I'm actually going to go underneath 5. I end up at -1. So no matter what, my answer is going to be -1. Okay? Now, let's try a different example. Let's try -4 plus positive 8. So, -4 plus positive 8, I'm going to represent my -4 first. I'm going to draw 4 negative tiles, represented in red. And then I'm going to represent below it 8 negative tiles. Or, sorry, positive tiles. So, I now ask myself, do I have any zero pairs? And I have 1, 2, 3, 4 zero pairs again. I circle them and remove. And what's left, I have 4 positive tiles, so my answer is going to be positive 4. So, on my number line, I start at 0, and I represent my first number of -4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I use the red color, and I jump to my -4. Then I have to represent positive 8. I change to my color for positive, and I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I end up at positive 4. So again, my answer is positive 4. So those are just 2 methods for adding fractions, or integers.